actually one-handed pointed at your target. Watch the angle of that gun. And make sure it's comfortable. Like it literally is comfortable. Don't worry about what it looks like as far as sideways all the way, etc. 45, 90 degree. That's how you're going to do it. Now look along the edge, the top edge of your gun. You're going to see that there is a straight, there's a radius. Your slide has an angle to it. Use that on your target. All you're literally doing is looking along that slide, and as long as you see that blurry brown, that's where you're going to shoot. All right? So here's what I want you to do. Go ahead and holster. All right? From here on out, you are going to draw from a holster. A draw is very simple. I'm going to show you how to do it. People talk about that there's 4 steps to it, 5 steps to it. It doesn't really matter. It's not mechanical. All you're going to do is when I say fire, you're going to draw from your holster. You're literally going to grab your gun. The first thing you need to do is you make sure that you actually have a fighting grip. What I call a fighting grip is that your hand is fully on the gun. Right? Now, because of certain holsters, I carry appendix, so I can't really get my hand all the way around it. So I have to kind of adapt to it. Once I actually grab it, my hand is going all the way around. Index finger is still off the gun. All I'm doing is pulling it up and bringing it into a retention ready. Anybody know why we're going to do a retention ready?
Guy might want to fight you.
Yeah. Right? So if I come around the corner and I'm drawing my gun or whatever it is, or someone's coming right here, and I have the ability to back off and I'm here, I can sit there and shoot from this position. I don't have to extend it. Right? So what this means is if I'm drawing my gun, okay, things are going awry, I don't know what's going on. Oh man, there's a bad guy. I don't have to worry about it. Let me position myself in front of the target, point towards it. I'm literally going, oh crap, boom, 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 and I can get into whatever position I need to. All right? So your first draw is literally drawn. If you have it from the side, you are taking it from your holster from the side and you're literally bringing it right here. The way that it works is, for you men, you're basically going to have the top of that slide touching your pectoral muscle. For you women, it's going to be on the side profile of your boot. Yeah, you're going to want to cant the grip of the gun into your body. The reason for it is, if I have it like this, if I'm a female and I have large breasts, I'm going to impede the working of the slide. So I will come out with a malfunction. So it doesn't mean you got to go like this. It literally is drawing, and the first thing you're going to do is you're just literally going to tilt it so the slide is not touching your body. That's it. Right? This retention ready is what we want. Because if somebody comes up, if Manny decides I'm going to charge him, right, then I can still fire from this position and it's not going to hurt me. So you're literally going to draw up, and it's literally just, you can almost take it and go, well, let me just make sure the grip of my gun is touching right on the side. All right? The next thing you're going to do is you're going to grab with your support hand. The reason why we don't come out forward is because, one, if I bring my gun out and I go around the corner, somebody has the ability to grab it. From here, all I'm doing is going like this. Because I have more stability. I have my hand on the gun, right? I can fire it just like this. If, again, I kind of go back to, if you ever do get a chance to watch Strike Back, you're going to notice as they're going around and he's got to shoot and the door's right there, he's doing this, right? So here it is. This is how, his target's that way. Manny's like, hey, I know that, right? And so from here, I'm able to do everything. But it's in retention. He's not out here. He's out here, right? When we talk about leverage, for example, we're going to do, actually I'll do this trick. Ready? So what I want you to do is you're going to take your hands, I don't know if you ever did this in a schoolyard, you're going to put your hands right on top of each other, so your fists, and put them all the way out. What I want you to do is not let me move your hands. Yeah, ready? No, seriously, not let me do it. Hard as you can. Hard as you do it? No, come on. Right, now bring it into your chest and do the same thing. Now stop me from doing it. Okay? Leverage is your friend. You want all the leverage. That's why we do retention ready. We don't do it out here. Out here, the other guy has you. He can move you around and do whatever you need to. In here, he can't do that. So if she had her gun out, right? So pretend that your fingers are done. If she had her gun out, I have the ability to move her and do whatever I want. But if it's in compressed ready, I can't, right? That gun's gonna stay where it is. That's what you want. This is another thing we teach in, like, for example, I do a woman's pepper spray defense. If you're gonna get into the point where you are literally in intimate space, right? So you're really, I'm gonna do it to my wife, so I'm gonna yell at. So you're in this space. At that point, it is better for you to bring them in and do what you need to do than to actually extend, because if she were to try to push me away, I now have more control. Whereas if we're in here, she's able to stop, do what she needs to do, kick me in the groin, move my hands around. She can do a lot of other stuff. Throat punch. We're a throat punching family, as we say.
If you're in the kitchen, you take out a brand new jar of pickles. Do you open it like this, or do you open it here?
Yeah.
Same thing.
Closer you are to your body, the stronger you are.
All right. So again, the draw is you're going to get a fighting grip. Put your hand all the way on that gun as possible as you can. You're literally going to draw it. You're going to get into that retention ready. The next step is you're going to join your hands, and from that point, you're just bringing it straight towards the target. This is going to go right now. You will see that there are shooters who do not take an actual class. Most of them are military or law enforcement, because military and law enforcement are taught one way, and that is you're going to blade yourself, and when you fire, you're going to be in this direction. The problem with that is remember, economies of motion. I talked about we want the least amount of steps to get the job done. So for example, if I'm in a Weaver stance, right? This is a Weaver stance, one foot in front of the other, and I'm bladed. All right? If I do that and my exit's to the left, guess what I have to do with my right leg? I'm either going to have to rotate it all the way around to go to the exit, or I'm going to have to take two motions. Back away, and then move in that direction. Right? Same thing. Now it works out perfectly if it's in my right side, because if I'm in this direction, I'm literally just going with it. But again, we're not always afforded that. It's not always going to be a right-sided wall or a right-sided exit. Right? Now, if you're going to shoot and you're actually have foot apart, so isosceles triangle, you're directly in front of your target, you've got your lower sense of gravity, you're going towards it. I personally don't like that one as much, simply because now I'm going to be moving the weight from my balls to the heel of my feet. If you ever watch anybody in martial arts MMA, whenever they fight, they're generally in somewhat of a Weaver stance, but it's more of an open stance. They're kind of like this. And the reason for that is they have the ability to move back and forth, and they can also push off to one side or the other. It's the same thing in football. When you're in football, you're not really facing the guy on the bags in front. You kind of have an open stance. One foot is in front of the other, but you actually are able to move. If you've got to push off to your right foot or your left foot, it doesn't matter. Right? So when you do that, you are drawing. So the first thing, good grip. Second, you're going to bring it right to retention ready. You're going to join your hand and literally is straight towards the target. You'll notice as I am in the target, here I am, I have an open stance. One foot is in front of the other. You can do it either way. Just know that the limitations are you're going to have to balance. And if I'm coming towards you, it's easy for me to push you down if you're width apart like this than you are with an open stance. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to lean forward to the target and you're actually going to fire. All right? So what we're going to do is, without firing, I'm just going to go through the sequence of drawing a few times, and then we are going to draw from here on out. All right? So what I want you to do is you're literally going to do it. Here's the positions. This is how it's going to go. I'm going to yell out position one. Position one is you grip the gun. Position two is you're going to pull it right to your pectoral in retention ready. Position three is you're going to join your hand. Do not push that gun forward. It literally stays here. Position four is straight. All right? Position five will be fire, but we won't do that. So you're not going to fire. We're just going to go from four. Listen to what I say. We're going to go slow. Position one is grip. Position two is draw and pectoral. Position three is join. Straight towards the target. I will back you up as well. You have to remember which one. Make sense? All right, here we go. We're going to go slow. Position one, that is gripping your gun. When I say the position, do it. Position one. Position two is draw and pectoral. Position two. Good job. Position three is join your hand. Position four is straight forward towards the target. Good job. Now you're going to put it in reverse. You're going to go from 4 to 3. What does that mean? Good job. You're going to bring it all the way back in. Still there. Position 2 is you're literally going to take your hand off. Position 1 goes right back into your holster. Now Wes, don't worry about reholstering. You know how to do it if you have the Vanguard.
Okay.
If you want to go to position 1, just stay in low retention.
Stable. Okay.
Cool.
Thank you.
All right, so we got our line dress good. Here we go. We're going to put our high command again. Position 1. Position 2. Good job. Position 3. Good job joining your hands. Position 4. All right, we're gonna back it up. 4 to 3. Position 2. Position 1. Good job. How is it, Jess, doing it out of
I
the
gotta get
bag?
used to it.
Okay, but you're getting smooth, so that's good. I'm watching that. All right, here we go. All I'm gonna say is the position. When you need to get into it. So if I off position 1, you're just gonna grab the gun, etc. But we're gonna go fast. You ready? Position 1, 2, 3, 2. Oh. 3, 4, 3. There you go. Remember, 3 is retention all the way in. 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, we got the drawdown. Here's what I don't want you to do. There's 2 terms in the industry, fishing and bowling. We don't fish and we don't bowl. Fishing is I take my gun from here and I bring it. That's fishing. Or we call it porpoise. Porpoising is I bring it on a little dip. All right? Bowling is where we take the gun and we bring it up. Right? One of the reasons why we don't do that, if we're going around a corner and I draw my gun and I'm going to bring it up, the bad guy just has to put his hand on the ground, on low, and you cannot get that gun up. Fishing, I got to bring it back down. All right? The reason we stay in retention is at all times, all I have to do from here, oh man, there's the bad guy. Boom. There's the bad guy. Boom. That's it. I'm not having to do all of this other stuff. Make sense? So from here on out, we're going to draw from holster. So we talked about one-handed shooting. You are going to shoot one-handed in this sequence. Then I'm going to show you how to transition. All right? So what I want you to do is put your eyes and ears on. From here on out, you are drawing from your holster or bag at all times. All right, drawing from your holster one-handed. You're going to grab it. The only difference is from here, you're going to bring it straight towards the target. You don't have a second hand on it. It's just from here, straight to the target. Don't worry about it if your target ends up holding to you. Just continue shooting. All right? So here we go. 3 shots into the chest. Shooters ready.
Ready.
Oh, hold on.
What?
Anybody not loaded, go ahead and load and make ready. Forgot about that. There you go.
Loading.
All right, we're good on loaded. All right, here we go. 3 shots to the chest. Shooters ready.
Ready.
Threat! Threat or fire. So what happened there was just the magazine probably wasn't seated all the way. All right, you're in. So go ahead
You
and
can
finish
shoot
it
more.
out. No, you're good. All right.
Yeah, you said 3.
There you go. And then you'll reholster. From here on out, here's the commands. After your sequence, go ahead and reholster. Whether I say it or not. Remember, my shooting command is either fire or threat. All right? One-handed. Shooters ready. 3 shots to the chest.
Ready.
Ready?
Ready.
Threat! Good job. Good open stance. Good open stance. I like your draw. Yeah, they're all pissed now. They're all dead. All right, everybody holsters so that I can get in front. All right, cool.
Can't hit the center target to save my life.
Huh?
Can't hit the center of the target to save my life.
Only
We'll
missed
get
a
to
few
that.
times.
Remember, you have sights.
Since the one-handed.
Oh. Still only a few times.
Fair enough.
All right.
What was it, like 6 shots?
Last go around with one hand. 3 shots to the chest. Shooters ready.
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 Threat! Good job. Good finishing up. Good shooting. Good shooting. All right, so everybody's holstered, or at least you're in low ready. All right. So we've done one-handed shooting. Now I'm going to show you a transition from one hand, your right hand. I'm going to show you a transition to your left. All right? So the reason why we're doing this is I'm going to speed this part up because all through here I'm going to tell you left hand only, transition to right hand, 2 shots, etc. Here's how you transition. It's really simple. All right? So as a right-hander, I'm going to show it to you here, right? So as a right-hander, this is what it looks like. When I go to transition, all you're literally going to do is you're going to take your right hand, you're going to move your thumb over. You're going to slide your left thumb over here, and then you're going to move your right hand up. It sounds like a lot, but guess what? It's a mirror image of what you were doing. The reason why we don't automatically move our hand first is because if a bad guy pops out, oh man, I don't have really any good grip on my gun. If I'm here and I move it over, I go, oh, here he is, I can move it right back over. I'm still in a firing position. So it literally is, it's really easy. All you're going to do is do this essentially pointing in low ready when I get out of the way. All you're going to do, and on my command, is I'm going to tell you, move your right thumb over. You're literally going to move it over. Now you're going to move your left thumb over. Slide your right hand forward. The reason we slide the right hand forward is you've got so much back here. Most people go like this, they're like, oh, I'm all bunched up, right? Or they'll do this, and then they go into that curling the thumb, and they don't really have a good grip, right? So that's why you move it. You're going to go from here, right thumb over, left thumb, slide that hand, literally slide it forward. And there's your grip. It looks identical to a right-handed grip. All right, we're going to practice that real quick a few times using my commands, and then we're going to shoot left-handed. Make sense? All right, so here we go. And if you don't want, you can look on this side because I'll do it. So all you're going to do is go ahead, draw your gun, and you're ready. Alright, the first thing you do is right thumb over. Move your thumb over. Slide your right hand over. Alright, there's your curl, and all you're doing is you're curling over just like you
Take
did
your right hand off the
with
left.
your other gun. It is
Take your right hand and
absolutely awkward.
switch.
Oh,
Now you
because
got
of
it.
that? Yeah. So you're going to basically probably have to, you can't really ride it, so.